So the next screenshot you're going to see is figure 4, which gives us a bit of an insight into general bookings in 2022. And there is, of course, a bit of a contrast. Now, you can tell us when this data was collected, and we're looking at a graph that seems to be on a general downward trend. That might make a few people a little bit hot under the collar, perhaps. Do you want to take us through what we're sort of seeing here? And do you think this is going to be representative, really? Do you think now that the national narrative has changed so much, we're being encouraged to get back out and get live?
Yeah, no, don't be fooled by what you have just said, actually, Martin, because the data doesn't say what you have said. What this data is looking at is when are those events booked for. So we can see clearly here that the majority of the events are booked for spring, for early Q1 and going into early Q2, which is why the graph or the chart has a higher number of events in that early part of the year. There are fewer events happening in the latter part of the year. Now, that should be a natural chart anyway, because of the lead time and the pace of events that are being booked. So, you know, as we know, lead times have become a lot shorter recently. So we're seeing evidence of that now. People are booking confidently for Q1, which of course we're now in. But this data was taken. It was taken in January, but it was taken from the end of last year. So at the end of last year, confidence was strong for Q1, but not as strong for Q2 and Q3, which is why it's lower there. So it's not a worry about levels of bookings. It's just when those bookings are coming in for, and they're getting the shorter lead times. But as confidence comes back, we hope to see the lead times increasing as well.
Yeah, that's going to be the fascinating thing to see. I absolutely understand what I'm looking at now. It is very misleading when you look at it. You think that, oh my God, bookings are tailing off, but no, it is all relative to the lead times, as you say. So the next time we sit down and chat through the data, hopefully that will look a little bit more encouraging. But nonetheless, the fact that there are events happening and people are booking in confidence is a real great thing to see. So we're going to stick with this subject broadly then, and you'll see figure 5 on your screens, and this shows an increase in inquiries over the course of the end of 2021. And again, upwards trajectory, all the same.
Yeah, I mean, we measure 3 things. We measure activities that happen during a month. So inquiries happen, bookings happen, events happen. And this chart shows you the inquiries, which bucks the trend of the bookings. So if you remember, bookings dipped in December, inquiries did not. So this shows you an extremely healthy inquiry appetite for events. And if you look at the left-hand side, you know, you're looking at nearly 50 of inquiries on average per venue. So the inquiry and the pent-up demand, as we all talk about it, bit of a cliche now, but is very, very strong. And it didn't actually stop when the plan B came, because plan B, clearly everybody thought, okay, this is a temporary measure. This is not a long-term thing. Keep, you know, we're still going to plan for those events in the future. So the inquiry, and this is actually a big challenge for the industry, because the cash stopped coming in, but the phone kept ringing. So venues were really challenged with where they allocated their resource, because a lot of them were stretched. So, but it's really encouraging. Inquiries are going strong, which is great.